So today I'm going to be doing a get to know me deep questions kind of thing. I thought I haven't done one of these in a while. I know my first video was like getting to know me thing, like questions I got from people online. I just feel like for those who do watch my videos that don't know me in person, I thought it would be cool to like let you guys know like who I am and why I am the way I am, I guess. I don't know. So I looked up these questions online and I hope they help for you to kind of get a feel of the kind of person I am and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first question is, what is your philosophy on life? Or in life? What's your philosophy in life? Okay, so my philosophy on life is to never give up on what you dream. So since I was a kid, my dream obviously was to become a singer, I guess. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to be like the next Hannah Montana, but now that I'm older, it has manifested into something so much greater than that. It's like I've written all these songs that like have meant so much to me, and like I think about how music has helped me when I was growing up and like everything I went through, and like music was always kind of there for me. For the people I did look up to, it was really like their lyrics. So I guess I'm more of like a songwriter. Like I love singing, but I know I'm not the best singer in the world. I know I love to sing, but it's more about what I'm singing, who I'm singing to. Even if like it's not like about the deepest topic, it was deep to me in that moment because I felt whatever I was feeling, and maybe someone else is going through the same thing. And just knowing that someone else is dealing with the same exact issue or feeling like, I know like I hold on to lyrics. I'm like, oh my god, I love this lyric when I'm listening to something and I relate to it because it's like, shit, like I know the exact thing they're talking about. And that's what I want to be for other people, and them to really relate to what I'm saying or singing. But I don't know. So my philosophy in life is no matter how big your dream is, always pursue it. Like I was told so much that you're not gonna make it, and I still am told that to this day. I know people that watch this, they literally just come to dislike my videos or comment something mean or make fun of me, and that's completely fine. Like, more power to you. If that's what you want to do with your day and try to tear someone else down, that's fine. But I'm still gonna pursue what I love and dream of because it means something to me, and I know like one day it'll happen because I'm not gonna give up. So I don't know, just anyone who has a dream, no matter what the hell it is, always pursue it no matter what, because in the end, like that feeling after all of the hard work, the accomplishment and pride and happiness you will feel at the end, I just know it's coming one day, and like I can't wait for that feeling. So I guess that's my philosophy in life, because that's the thing that means the most to me. What's the thing you would like to change about yourself? I've talked about in some of my other videos like insecurities and stuff like that. So I have a lot of stuff that I would want to change probably, but should I? Probably not, because I don't know. I feel like everything about me makes me who I am, and like I don't really want to be anyone else deep down. Like I'll look in the mirror and I'll have insecurities like, oh my god, I wish I had clear skin, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, like I wish I had fast metabolism so I could eat whatever the hell I wanted, like, and didn't have to like be so strict on a diet all the time. I wish I didn't have to work out so hard to start to like my body. I wish. But that stuff, like the fact that I am motivated enough to work hard for a body, and like that pushes me, and like that, I don't know, like I kind of like that I have to work hard for things because it makes me the person I am. So I guess I wouldn't change anything. I'd like to think that. So are you religious or spiritual? I am religious. I am, I guess, Christian, because I do believe in gay marriage, and I don't think that's like part of the Catholic religion. I'm not really sure. I'm not really, like I got baptized, I did my communion and my confirmation. But I don't know, towards the future, I don't really know which religion I'm going to lean towards. I know I definitely believe in God, and like I feel like God has helped me through a lot in my life, and like I pray to him when I'm feeling down or anxious about a situation, and like I feel like I get kind of like signs. I don't know, I look at them as signs from God, like when I'm going through something bad, and like I feel like there's little signs that are like, it's okay, like you're gonna get through this, or something better is coming. So I don't know. I am religious. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I am super extrovert. I love talking to people. I'm super social, so obviously this quarantine time is very hard for me because I love being outside and I love being around others and being able to talk to people and socialize. So I don't know. Yes, I'm extrovert. Which parent are you closer to and why? I am very close to my mother. She's like my best friend, but also we fight like sisters. Like, it's weird. Like, we will literally scream, like, you're such a fucking bitch, and then the next time we'll be like, shut the fuck up. I love you. Like, it's weird. I don't know, but I'm definitely close with her. I'm closer with her because my dad, he is very, we think he has depression, so he's kind of emotionally distant from me. So I don't really have that connection with him. I used to as a kid, I think. I don't really remember it because I was so young. But I definitely still love him, of course. It's just hard because we're so different and it's not a lot we can connect on, and he's not like emotionally really there. So it's kind of hard. But I know the situation could be worse. I've heard so many stories about other people with their fathers or mothers, and I definitely am just appreciative of my situation, that it's not to a really bad point. What was the best phase in your life? The best phase of my life, I love my boyfriend, but probably when I'm single. I am very motivated and like not distracted. I get distracted by boys pretty easily. So I feel like my best phase and my best self is when I'm just focusing on me and I'm doing me, and I'm trying to take that and put that into my current relationship, because I miss that part of myself. I miss being single, not for the aspect of flirting with other guys, but more of not focusing my world on someone else. Like, I want my world to be mine and like focus on me and what I want and what I want to accomplish in life. So I'm definitely trying to have that phase now. So I don't know, we'll see. What was the worst phase in your life? The worst phase of my life was probably when I was bullied in school. It was really hard for me because I feel like I wasn't happy with myself. I was kind of like thinking about giving up on my dreams, like, because it was just such a toxic place I was in mentally, and just, I don't know, like, I was very upset and depressed, and like I wasn't motivated and I wasn't how I am now. Like, I feel like I had a complete personality change from when I was in Mount Sinai, and now that I haven't been, like, throughout the years, I've grown so much, like, as a person. So it's hard. Like, although it was the worst phase, I'm so glad it happened because it, like, formed me into who I am now. So I don't know. But that was the worst phase, probably, like, emotionally. Is what you're doing now what you always wanted to do growing up? Yes and no. I'm pursuing the music thing, obviously, but I'm not at the point where I want to be, so yes and no, yeah. What makes you feel accomplished? What makes me feel accomplished is hearing from others that they like my content that I'm putting out, and like that they're relating to what I'm saying, and they just feel me on like a deeper level. I don't know. Like, feeling accomplished for me is like, I don't know. I have tons of things where I feel accomplished. Like, just working out, like, I feel accomplished to myself. I'm like, I did something good today. Like, I don't know. I feel accomplished a lot. And I get stuff done. I hate being lazy and, like, not doing anything because I feel so, like, unproductive and, like, I didn't get anything done. So, like, that's when I don't feel accomplished. What's your favorite book? My favorite book of all time is the After series. I loved that book series because at that time I was single and I didn't really have guys talking to me. Like, I didn't have, like, really guys talking to me until I was, like, about 15, I think. So, I don't know, I kind of, like, lived vicariously through that book, and, like, it was just such an emotional roller coaster, and there were so many twists and turns, and I don't know, I love that book series. What is a relationship deal breaker for you? Definitely cheating. I hate cheaters. I've never cheated on someone, and I never will, and that's just, like, it disgusts me, and I don't know, I can't even look at someone if they cheated. Like, it's just, if you don't want to be in a relationship, end it. Don't be in that relationship. And definitely abuse is a deal breaker. I I don't know, there's a lot of deal breakers. If someone's not like emotionally there for you, and like, I feel like everything has to be like, you're putting half and half. So like in a relationship, like he has to put half, you have to put half, or she has to put half, she has to put half, whatever your gender preference is. But I'm saying it has to be a 50-50 effort, and if it's not a 50-50 effort, then that's a deal breaker. Like, you don't want to be doing all the work in a relationship, because that's a one-sided relationship. So more into looks or brains? Definitely not brains. All the guys I've dated are not exactly scholars, but I'm more into, I know people say I'm into looks because I do have a very specific type and I stay in that type, but I'm more into like how they make me feel. Like, originally the first thing is like you look at someone, but like my looks vary, I guess. Like, although I have a type, it's like sometimes can change. I don't know, I really fall for someone and how they make me feel. So with Dylan, like, I didn't even really see him when I first met him, like, because we were at a party and I didn't really even think of him because I wasn't looking. And then when I got to know him on like a deeper level, that's when I really fell in love with him. Like, because obviously I thought he was cute, but it wasn't like, oh my god, he's so hot. Like, it was more of like, oh my god, I love his personality. He makes me laugh. He makes me smile. Like, he's everything I want. So definitely looks and heart, I guess. What's inside and outside. Would you ever take back someone who cheated? No, never. Not even if they were blackout drunk. I don't care. Like, if you love someone, like, you don't get to that point that you won't remember because you're thinking of that person. Like, you wouldn't want them to do that to you. So, how do you feel about sharing your password with your partner? Me and Dylan are very open with each other. We share everything. Like, he can check whatever he wants. I think he does. I think I had my Instagram on his phone for a while because, like, if my phone was dead, I would just go on my Instagram on his. I have his Instagram on mine. So we're very open. We don't really care. It's not that we're, like, looking for something. It's more of, like, we don't really care if the other person sees. When do you think a person is ready for marriage? I don't think it's like a number thing. I think it's when you're financially set for like your lives together, and like your relationship is like stable to a point where like you've put in all the work, you've put in all the effort, you know that you laid down a solid foundation and like you're ready for that next step. I think you should probably move in with that person before you get married, because living with someone, you can see all their flaws. Like, so I think you have to have that part first. What kind of parent do you think you will be? I think I'm going to be a really good parent, because I was a babysitter most of my life, like, as growing up. I love kids. I've always been very good with kids. My mom, like, called me, like, the baby whisperer, like, because I was always just so good with them. Like, kids that were very shy and, like, didn't really get along with, not get along with, but, like, wouldn't open up to someone usually, would open up to me and just be very mushy and lovey with me, because I give off, like, a very positive, happy vibe with kids. I don't know, so they usually attract to me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be a good parent. Like, I can't wait to have kids. Like, the most exciting thing about having kids for me is like being able to raise them the right way. So in the future, I know like I'm raising like a great person in general, and like that's how my mom raised me. Like, growing up, she maybe was strict on me, but it like made me who I am. So that's the kind of parent I want to be. Maybe not as strict, but definitely emotionally there for my child and teaching them lessons before they have to learn them themselves, because that lesson can be very painful and hard. What would you do if your parents didn't like your partner? My dad doesn't like anyone, so it doesn't really matter for me. My mom, it's definitely a sign when she doesn't like them, like when it's a strong dislike. My mom she has a distaste for the guys I date, because I do get so wrapped up in my relationships and I kind of lose myself for a little bit in the beginning because I'm so love struck. But overall, like, if she likes them as a person in general, then that gives me like a better feeling, rather than if she had like a very bad vibe about someone, which she has had about some people in the past, like not about Dylan. She loves Dylan, but if she like is warning me about something, that is like kind of red flag for me, because she is very intuitive and like I don't know, she's usually right about things. So that would definitely be a problem for me. My mom didn't like them. Who is the person you can talk to about just anything? Dylan, Serena, and my mom. Serena, she's who I go to for advice. Like, I go to my mom for advice, but some things obviously you don't want to talk about with your parent. So Serena's definitely who I go to for a lot of the things I deal with. And then Dylan, I do talk to him, obviously not about him, sometimes about him. Like, we're very open with each other about how we're feeling. Me more than him, because obviously guys emotionally are different than girls. Sometimes. Depends. There's emotional guys, but Dylan is not one of them. So, but he's definitely someone I feel like I could come to for just anything I'm feeling. If you are in a bad mood, do you prefer to be left alone or have someone to cheer you up? Definitely someone to cheer me up. I don't like being alone, so when I'm upset, that makes it even worse. And it spirals and gets worse if I don't have someone to kind of drag me out of it. Have you ever lost someone close to you? Not in the form of like death, but in the form of like just losing them in general out of my life. I feel like everyone has, and it's like some people were a bigger loss than others, but in the end, if they left, maybe it was for a reason. That's how I kind of try to look at things. So if they're not in my life anymore, there was a reason why they are not in my life anymore, and there was a reason why they were there in the first place. So maybe they were there to be there for you through a certain time, but you don't need them in this time period, and you're better off without them now. So, what's an ideal weekend for you? An ideal weekend for me is going out and partying and having fun. I like going to the beach, and I like summertime, so definitely I like camping too. So maybe like camping on a beach with some friends, like having a bonfire and just like have partying, dancing to music. Like, that's my very outgoing and social, so that would be my kind of weekend. What do you think of best friends of the opposite sex? I've had male best friends, and honestly, they're so fun. Like, I love having guy best friends, but the problem about that is, unless they are gay, it usually ends up where they have feelings for you, or you have feelings for them, and sometimes it works, and sometimes you get together, and sometimes it does not, and it ruins the friendships, or it's just awkward. So, I don't know. It works for some people, didn't work for me, so that's that. Do you judge a book by its cover? I try to never judge a book by its cover, but obviously sometimes you do. Like, you see someone, like, they may have like a bitch face, you're like, oh, she's a bitch, but like, she's actually not. Like, so I try not to, but obviously sometimes you slip up and you do judge people under false pretenses. So, but I try not to. I think no one should, because people have said that about me, like, oh, you seem like such a bitch from your Instagram, or like, if they saw me and I wasn't like smiling, which is rare. Like, I'm always smiling, so I don't know how anyone could say I like have a bitch face, because I'm always like giggly and shit. Are you confrontational? Not really. I will stick up for myself and others if there's like a problem, but I'm not necessarily, like, I won't start problems for no reason. If there's a reason given, I'll obviously confront the situation. But I don't really believe in physical violence to solve situations. I'd rather talk things out, and like, that's how I solve my issues. I don't like to like fight. I mean, I probably could fight if I needed to, but I prefer not to. I kind of like my face and I don't want it fucked up. So, when was the last time you broke someone's heart? Right before I started dating Dylan. And it wasn't purposefully. Hi, so the video device that I was using before just crapped out, like died. So I'm now recording on my phone, so it's different. It looks a little different probably, but as I was saying, I did break someone's heart right before Dylan, and it wasn't. You're still in the video and you're making noise. Go sit down over there. So I did break someone's heart, but it wasn't intentional. He was my best friend, started having feelings for me, and wasn't mutual, so that's how that went. Would you relocate for love? Luckily, I don't need to, but would I? Probably, yeah. Did you ever write a journal? Yes, I have a journal. It literally has a passcode lock on it, and I still write in it till this day. What are you most thankful for? I'm most thankful, I don't think there's one thing I'm most thankful for. Probably my love for music in general, because I feel like it guided me through a lot of my life. So probably that. Do you believe in second chances? Depending on the situation, I do believe in second chances. I've given my boyfriend about 1 million, so I definitely believe in second chances and thirds, depending on what they do. It's one thing that people always misunderstand about you. I think people misunderstand. They think I'm more, think I'm like conceited or cocky because I'm so social media and like all over the place with that, and like very about my body, and they think, oh, she only cares about looks. That's not how I am. If you meet me in real life and you actually have a conversation with me, you kind of get a feel for the person I am. Why I am so social media and stuff like that is obvious because of the profession I want to do, and I do like social media. I like being social, like I like taking pictures, I like doing videos, like that's fun to me. So I'm definitely not conceited. I'm probably the most insecure person you'll ever meet. I have my good days, I have my bad days. I have the days where I'm feeling myself, and I have the days where I don't. I'm just a normal person. I feel like that's everyone. So I don't know. I feel like I'm super misjudged by a lot of people. That's how I'm gonna end this video, because I just wanted to do this video for you to get to know me a little better and not really judge me. Well, you can still judge me. You probably are still gonna judge me, but I don't know. Maybe this will help you know who I am and how I am, the kind of person I am. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a little more about me, and yeah, I'll see you next time.